This is a quick tutorial to show you how to measure the height of the projectile that is fired from the elastic band in our next lab activity. So first thing you'll notice is I'm using an old version of Logger Pro. That's because I'm doing this on my old MacBook, and my old MacBook can't update Logger Pro. So whether you're using the old version of Logger Pro or the new version of Logger Pro, it still works, so it's perfectly fine. So what I need to go and do first of all is I need to go and insert my movie. So I need to go up to insert, I need to go and get my movie, and I've stored my movie on my desktop. So hopefully if I go and find my movie, which I didn't give it a proper name, go and put this in, there's my movie. Right. Now, your movie, if you've done it from a mobile phone, because most people are doing this on mobile phones as well, your movie might be horizontal, mine's vertical. I know in my new Logger Pro version on my PC, it goes horizontal, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it goes horizontal or vertical. What we're just trying to do is we're trying to measure this height of this projectile. So if I click play, you can see that the projectile is fired against a white background. Okay, the reason against the white background is so that I can see the projectile. And as you've seen before, the projectile as well is also, I've gone and coloured it red so I can see it. If I play the video again, you can't see, you can see that I'm firing the elastic band, but you can't see the measurement or the stretch of the elastic band. So you have to measure the stretch of the elastic band prior to doing the video. And when you do the video, you clearly have to make sure that the maximum height achieved by the projectile is also in that video. So now what we need to go and do is we need to go and take the measurements from the video. So the first thing I need to do is I need to collect my tools, which is the 3 red balls in the bottom right corner. And what I need to do is I need to scale my movie. So I haven't got a meter ruler in there, and that doesn't matter because I know that the height of my leg is about 60 centimeters. So I'm going to use something of reference in my movie, and I'm using the height of my, not my leg, so my foot to my knee. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the point where I just about let go of the elastic band. So I'm just going to let go of the elastic band around, I'm just going forward. So you can see I've let go, go. So I go back and I find the point where I'm going to let go. And now I'm going to center my movie. So I'm now going to set my origin. So my origin is now going to be set there. And now I'm not going to track my elastic band. So I'm not going to track my projectile. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find the point where my projectile gets to maximum height. So I'm now just going through it step by step. And you can see that if I go backwards, you can see that the projectile is going upwards and then it goes downwards. So I'm now finding the apex of that projectile, which is now at the top, which I would say is around about there. And now all I'm going to go and do is I'm going to add a point, and I'm going to add the point to where the projectile is at its maximum height. So now what I've gone and done is I have a scaled movie. Now you can see my knees moved, but that's fine. It's just that the camera's moved a little bit. And I'm now trying to measure the distance between that origin point and the only blue dot that I've got. Once I've put one blue dot in, I can just go and hit the white button so that I don't put any extra blue dots in. And now if I go to my table of data and I go and expand that table of data, you will now notice that I have 2 measurements. I have one measurement which is an X measurement, which I'm not interested in. What I'm interested in is the Y measurement. So for the stretch of that elastic band, I now have a height measurement of 1.171 meter. So I now have 2 pieces of raw data. My first piece of raw data would be how much I've stretched the elastic band by, and my second piece of data is how high the projectile has gone. Now what you have to go and do is you have to go and choose 6 different independent variable stretches. That's going to be the stretch of the elastic band. Now you have to make sure for each of the stretches that the projectile stays inside the camera frame. Also, because you're probably doing this inside, that the projectile doesn't hit the roof as well. Okay, and for each of those elastic band stretches, you are looking to try and measure 6 dependent variable data points, which is going to be the height with which the projectile goes. So you're going to basically produce 6 movies, and for those 6 movies you are going to record the height of each of those movies. Once I've now done this, I don't need the movie anymore. I have my Y measurement, 1.171 meter. If your video arranges horizontally rather than vertically, it doesn't matter. Instead of taking the Y measurement, you would now take the X measurement. You do exactly the same thing, but obviously the projectile will be moving across the screen rather than up the screen. But you can still take a measurement. So, there we go. I'm going to stop this. Bye bye.